What is going on, everyone? I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub, but as always, you can call me Bailey. Thank you so much for over 1,100 subscribers. Didn't think I was going to get there anytime soon, but we made it. Now we just have to get to 1 billion. And that wasn't just a turn of phrase. I actually want to know, how are you doing today? What is going on? Leave your answer to that question in the comments below. I know for a fact this is actually a viewer suggestion, but it was a very long time ago that someone asked for the water reasoning deck, and I couldn't find the comment, so apologies. But if you've commented that in the past, know that I saw it, I read them, and this one's for you. My heart goes out to you. Regardless, we are playing with, like I said, Water Reasoning today. So, of course, if you're playing Water Reasoning, you're going to be playing with the Levia Dragon Daedalus. This is an interesting card if you don't know what it does. Basically, it really is just supposed to combo with a Legendary Ocean. A Legendary Ocean is on the board, and it makes the Levia Dragon Daedalus a level 6, which is important because it makes it a 1 tribute monster instead of a 2 tribute monster. And if it's on the field, you can send an Umi, which a Legendary Ocean, of course, is Umi while it's face up on the field. You send Umi to the graveyard, and then you destroy all other cards on the field, both yours and your opponent's. Specifically all other cards, so the Levia Dragon Daedalus does stay on the board. Not playing with the Neo Levia Dragon, the one that sends cards from the hand to grave as well. Maybe someday I'll do a little bit of a meme deck and make that one. But this version's relatively standard compared to what I saw when I was doing some research online. I have a Jinzo in here, even though, the version I saw had no traps, but no Jinzo. I have traps and a Jinzo, so some people might say that's not really a good combo, but, I'm doing what I want to do. And yeah, this is the deck we're going to be playing with today, Monster Gate Reasoning Levia Dragon. We actually have 2 decks, but we'll talk about the other deck when we get to it. Let's go ahead and join the GOAT format ladder, get right into the action. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're not having a fantastic day like me, make it a fantastic day. Stop watching my silly little video, and I always say silly because it is silly. I'm just here playing some GOAT format. This is a 20-year-old format of a children's card game, made and marketed towards children, that is played by adult men, because I think my analytics show that 99.9% of you are guys, but for the one female out of every 10,000 viewers that I see, welcome to the channel. Alright, opening hand is Mirror Force, Sinister Serpent, Levia Dragon Daedalus, Metamorphosis, a Legendary Ocean, and Scapegoat. So pretty solid opening hand here. I think we'll go ahead and just set Scapegoat and pass. I think you could maybe say something about setting the Sinister Serpent as well, but because we have Metamorphosis, we're going to be able to Scapegoat, meta, make 1,000 Dies Restrict, take whatever he has, put a Legendary Ocean on the board, and then summon the Levia Dragon Daedalus to the field. And I think that's going to be a pretty solid combo. We could set the Sinister Serpent, but that leaves us open to a Nobleman of Crossout, which would not be ideal, because I want to keep the Sinister Serpent in my hand and in my graveyard. I don't want it banished. Why do you want your Sinister Serpent banished? Look at this little guy. He's so cute. Why do I feel like Sinister Serpent grows up to be Thunder Dragon? Is it just because they're both, kind of green serpents with wings? I don't know. Let me know, is that some lore? I know it's not actually, but, I feel like it should be. Alright, my opponent sets a back row, and we forgot to end phase Scapegoat, but that's fine. We draw a Ring of Destruction. I am just on autopilot right now, but not good autopilot, the bad autopilot. Okay, what are we gonna do here, now that I've messed up, because I really needed to use the Scapegoat in end phase? Luckily it's probably not Magician of Faith. If it was, that would not be ideal, but we'll set the Ring of Destruction and pass. It's probably Dekoichi or Spy. It looks like he's playing a Chaos Turbo. He uses Jar of Greed. That's a-okay. Not gonna Decree or Judgment, neither cards that we have in our deck, but that'd be a pretty bad trade. I mean, I suppose a Decree flipping there would be pretty good for us, but we have a couple of Decrees in the side deck to complement the Jinzo in the main deck. Should have set the Mirror Force because my opponent has the Gravekeeper Spy. It's going to be a little bit more annoying to get rid of both of these spies. And I do think we're going to ring one of them if he just goes to battle. Or, no, we're going to Scapegoat. Suppose he could summon a tribe here, which wouldn't be ideal. And I suppose he could also... Yep. Is he wants 2 more? Or is he saying remove 2? I don't know what he means when he says 2, because I had only summoned 2. Is he saying he wanted the 2 more? I don't know. Opponent is rated somewhat highly. He wants both. No problem, he was just lagging. Alright, he sets a back row and passes his turn. We'll get the Abyss Soldier. Okay. So standby is good. No trap dust shoot. I think the play here is going to be to meta for Thousand Eyes. Take the Gravekeeper's Spy. He Ring of Destructions the Thousand Eyes. A little unfortunate. But I now think we can summon the Abyss Soldier and just attack over the Gravekeeper's Spy. And I think pass turn here. Playing it a lot slower than a Reasoning Gate Turbo deck, even though this isn't really... I mean, I suppose there is Reasoning and there is Monster Gate, but most of the time, you know, you're playing all the Chaos stuff. Okay, opponent goes double banish for the BLS. Prio. Okay. He is using card destruction. I think I'm going to Ring of Destruction so I can keep my, as of right now, my Abyss Soldier alive. We get Reasoning, Scapegoat, Call of the Haunted, and Fenrir. Opponent discards a couple Thunder Dragons and Night Assailant, so we will get the Faith back. So, pretty solid for my opponent. Nice card destruction on his part. We'll get a +1 with that Sinister Serpent in the standby of next turn. The Night Assailant gets back his Magician of Faith. But we have the biggest monster on the board, and probably the biggest monster that is going to be seen. Ring of Destruction is gone for him. A great draw would be Heavy Storm. He just attacks over the token. Oh, look at that. And he trap dust shoots us, which is unfortunate. Sending back the Sinister Serpent from our hand to the deck. And I think now... We'll activate the Heavy Storm. I'm going to play aggressively. Okay, Jar of Greed. That's fine, but we might be able to stop him from drawing next turn if we can hit a water with this Fenrir. Like if an Aqua Spirit goes to the grave. We get Sangan. Not the best, but it will be getting us back our Sinister Serpent, most likely. So we'll take 1,600 total life points. Have we seen Heavy Storm? No, we haven't. But we'll set the Call of the Haunted just because if the Sangan passes away, goes on to heaven, or Sangan might go to the other place. It's a little fiend. But he has fun, you know. Alright, he Heavy Storms. There's no point in bringing back the Daedalus, so we'll just let the Call of the Haunted go to the graveyard. He Pot of Greeds, so he has got good card advantage against us. 6 cards to our 4 at the moment. But can always turn. He's got lights and darks. The BLS is gone, though. He could premature burial it, considering that we used a Ring of Destruction on the summoned BLS. It was summoned properly, but he goes double banish for Chaos Sork, banishing the Sangan, setting a monster, likely Magician of Faith. We get another Abyss Soldier. Okay. So opponent still has lights and darks. Because I was thinking I could Abyss Soldier, discard Abyss Soldier, target probably the Chaos Sork, because if I then special summon to the Fenrir, I could attack over what is likely the Magician of Faith. He wouldn't get a draw, but he would just get Pot of Greed, and, you know, he still basically is getting his draw. So I think the play here is actually just going to be change Abyss Soldier to defense and set Scapegoat and play it slow, and hopefully have some nice draws out of this. Opponent Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts the set to the top of deck, which is unfortunate because it's going to send us back another turn. He does flip the Magician of Faith, so we had the right read on that. He adds Pot of Greed, plays Pot of Greed, drawing 2 cards, so massive card advantage in favor of my opponent right now, and he Snatch deals 23 plus 18. Okay, yeah, okay, so that's game. Alright, Mind Control, Nobleman's absolutely coming in. What else do we want? Going first, Delinquent Duo, and then maybe the Decrees. We saw a lot of traps out of him, so take out our traps. What else do we want to take out? Maybe 1 Dimension Fusion. 1 Scapegoat. Snatch deals good. Maybe the Heavy Storm, because we want to keep our cards on the field. Jinzo. But Jinzo's... We're bringing in Decrees. Why would we take Jinzo out? We'll leave Jinzo, put in 1 Decree. I like this. Okay. Opening hand is Abyss Soldier, Monster Gate, Premature Burial, Reasoning, Mind Control, Scapegoat. I think the play... Of course we can Reasoning right away, but I think we're just going to set Scapegoat and pass. I think we can play it slow and feel pretty confident about that. Love my opponent using the Ojama King photo. Gotta love Ojama King. Opponent opens up the same way he did last time with Thunder Dragon, getting himself probably 2 Thunder Dragons. Only I ever open up with 2 Thunder Dragons. Leave your comments below of what you want me to play in the future, considering this was a viewer suggestion. Typically, and he has Pot of Greed after the Thunder Dragons, typically I like to show the comments, and I promise I really wanted to. I couldn't find it. It was a very long time ago that someone commented the Water Reasoning deck, like we're talking a month or 2, and I just missed it. Okay, he goes to battle. That's fine. I'd rather trade 1 token. We can Mind Control the Breaker and pop something. We get Dark Magician of Chaos, which is unfortunate because we can't tribute these tokens for it. What we will do, though, is start with the Mind Control, taking the Breaker. Maybe get a little +1 here, depending on what his back row is. It was a Phoenix Wing. And he puts his own Breaker on top of his deck, so he's blanking his own draw next turn. We will Reasoning after this. He calls 4. So, unfortunately, we lose an Abyss Soldier. That's fine, though. We'll Monster Gate, getting rid of a token. We get the Levia Dragon Daedalus. Next, we have a few little options here. We, in theory, could Premature Burial, bring back an Abyss Soldier, and then Tribute for Demok, and do a good chunk of damage. Demok bring back something, but I think the better play, maybe we do just Pressure. We'll summon the Abyss Soldier, and just try to attack for 26 plus 18. I think keeping Premature Burial, I mean, if we draw an Umi, Premature plus Levia Dragon is a good combo, except the problem is that the Premature Burial goes to the graveyard with the effect of Levia Dragon, and so the Levia Dragon would then also go to the graveyard. Card Destruction is interesting, because it does put the Demok into the grave, but it also puts Premature Burial into the grave, so we lose that combination. But we draw Metamorphosis, and we have 2 tokens on the board, so unless my opponent can get rid of them, opponent discards a couple Thunder Dragons, Breaker, Sangan, so he draws 5. Mobius, which is interesting considering the fact that we don't really want many of our back row on the field too long, though I suppose the Decrees, though he didn't see them. Okay, he banishes a Light and a Dark, Sangan, and Thunder Dragon for BLS. Setting a back row. And a monster going to battle, and he attacks over 1200 and 400 damage, attacking over both of our water monsters. We draw a Scapegoat. We do not have 4 cards, so he can't Trap Dust Shoot us. Obviously, the play here is to Metamorphosis a token away, summon Thousand Eyes Restrict, declare, try to take the BLS. 3,000, 2,500. And I think we make the aggressive play here. Banish the Levia Dragon for Aqua Spirit, even though I just realized we can't attack. Guys, my brain, it's been warm for the first time in a while outside, and I work outside, as you guys know, and, pretty manual labor. I think it's getting to me. We literally call it roofer brain when you just absolutely lose your mind. I'm losing my mind now. I don't even know what's going on anymore. And I know that's not good when you're trying to play a card game, a children's card game at that. But we do have some cards on field. I mean, I feel pretty confident with our position. Okay, he does set the Thousand Eyes Restrict and attacks over it with a Tsukiyomi. Depending on our draw, though, I mean, we have 1,600 damage on board. He has 3 unknown cards, one of which is a back row. We draw Pot of Greed. We can fire it off, not worrying about Dust Shoot, because we'll only be drawing into 3. We draw Aqua Spirit, Reasoning. With Scapegoat, I feel okay, and I think we have to make a push. We'll Reasoning, because if we hit a 6, if we hit Jinzo, that would be really good. We hit Levia Dragon. And he does have the Torrential Tribute. Unfortunate. But we will go ahead and banish the Levia Dragon because we can. Summon Aqua Spirit, attack for 16. Setting Scapegoat main phase 2, just protect our life points, and passing the turn. So our opponent has turned to the Tides. And that is a water reference, turning the Tides. He uses Heavy Storm, we chain our Scapegoat, so our board is clogged, but we have an Aqua Spirit. Aqua Spirit has an effect, once per turn during my opponent's standby phase, I can target a face-up monster, change the battle position, and it can't change for the rest of the turn. It occasionally can come up, not too frequently. We draw a Decree, we'll just go ahead and attack this face-down monster. It was a Magician of Faith. He gets back Pot of Greed, we'll set Decree, and pass our turn. He activates Pot of Greed. drawing 2 fresh cards. We have a bunch of tokens on the board. He MSTs the Decree away, which is unfortunate. Followed up by a Graceful Charity. But we have the life point advantage. If we were to draw something like a... Excuse me, gotta have a little burps. Dimensional Prison, that'd be pretty solid. Opponent discards Dust Shoot, Gravekeeper's Spy, couple dead cards. Setting 1 back row, no monsters. So far. And, okay, there's monster. We get Snatch Steal, pretty nice draw that might be able to steal us a win. We attack over Magician of Faith. He gets back Graceful Charity, and we'll just pass the turn. He has 16 cards in his deck. He also now has 15 because he Jar of Greed's in the end phase. But if he doesn't protect his life points, then we could, again, steal a win. I'm excited to show you the other deck, too, because although it's probably not as good, it is, I'd say, a little more fun, a little more my style. By no means is this meta, but sometimes I don't care about meta. You know me, I don't play meta. I play things that I like the idea of, and the idea of the next deck is more my speed. I'm assuming he's removing the tokens, because they're both aqua. He then Snatch Steals the Aqua Spirit. Viewing the graveyard. Banishing a light and dark for the Chaos Sorcerer. 3,200, 2,300. And we'll gain 1,000 in standby. We'll start off with this reasoning that we just drew for turn. He calls 4 again. Come on, 6. We get a Sinister Serpent. Not ideal. But not terrible. We'll then Snatch Steal a Chaos Sork. We've seen Premature Burial. We have not seen Premature Burial. If we attack, we do 700. I think we declare and banish the Tribe Infecting Virus, just so there's no chance that he can bring it back with a call or a premature. And we'll just pass our turn there. My opponent will be, of course, gaining 1,000 life points from my Snatch Steal. But we have the biggest monster on the board now. Maybe should have swapped it to defense. Probably should have, because the Aqua Spirit then can actually change this Chaos Sork to defense on my turn. So that was another misplay. What's he using the effect for? It is on my standby when... Yeah, it's... So he's trying to change Sinister Serpent to attack. But that's not how Aqua Spirit works. He summons Tsukiyomi, flipping the Aqua Spirit, so he now gets to keep it. Attacking over Sinister Serpent. We get another Aqua Spirit. We'll get Sinister Serpent to hand. And I think we'll then go ahead and banish an Abyss Soldier for Aqua Spirit. We can do We could put him out of 23 plus 3 is 26, but he gets the 1,000 from the Snatch deal. So I'm not going to commit the Sinister Serpent. We might commit it, but we might put it face down. And then we're just going to attack over the Aqua Spirit. And attack for 23. And we'll set Sinister Serpent just for some more defense. He gains 1,000 in standby. He's viewing his graveyard. Plenty of lights and darks to go around. We still have... No, we don't have Ring of Destruction. We took it out. So no ring for game. We haven't seen any Metamorphoses. He banishes his own Chaos Sork, summoning an Asura Priest. We'll take 100. Come on, Metamorphosis. Delinquent Duo. Well, we'll get back Sinister Serpent. Do we Delinquent Duo? I think we have to, because we need to make sure we get rid of a monster. We'll hit the middle card. Hitting Magician of Faith. Tsukiyomi. So, it's game. We'll play it out. GG's. Alright. And let's go ahead and use the Umi Monster Gate. Let's quickly go look at it, though, just because we can. So basically, this is, instead of using Reasoning, we're just really relying on the Monster Gate. Also, let me click the GOAT format ban list so you actually get this. But the idea is basically we're using Mother Grizzlies to keep some cards on the board, or attributing for the Levia Dragon, but instead of Reasoning, which, like, when you're using Reasoning, obviously you want differing levels and really just cards that are great to get off of the Reasoning. With the Monster Gate, the idea is just like, you know, you can get a Mother Grizzly, and you don't really care if you're attributing like a Scapegoat token, converting a Scapegoat token to a Mother Grizzly. That's a pretty good trade, especially if you convert it to like a Levia Dragon or a Democ. Yeah, it's kind of similar to in the idea as another deck that someone sent me of a Reasoning Gate kind of control deck instead of an OTK deck, which I really, really like, and I do want to play with in the future. I still have it on the back burner. I've made some adjustments to it, but this is kind of something I came up with that idea in mind, but of course using the water cards. So let's go ahead, and we know we've already talked about most of the cards, but go join the GOAT format ladder with a new deck, hopefully one that can actually get a win, because I have not been winning recently. Not that I think I deserve wins, because I have not been playing very well, but here. This is me. There you go. That's me turning on my brain. My brain is firing on all cylinders right now, and we are going to have the greatest match you have ever seen if someone ever actually wants to join the GOAT format ladder and play me. Am I just that bad that there's no one this low on the ladder? I think that's what it is. It's having a hard time finding anything for me because I am just the worst player in the world. Let me go ahead and... What do you guys want to see, maybe not next, but in the future? I've already used my final attack orders. I have a little notepad right here. Why is it like green? It's like a green screen. That's funny. But yeah, I have a Emissary Fiends deck, like Emissary of Darkness Fiends, and then an Archfiend deck that I kind of want to play with. We finally found an opponent, so let's go ahead. We'll pick Rock this time. They're going to pick Paper. I feel it. Good luck. Have fun. Nope, they pick Rock. We're gonna lose to Rock. Should have picked Rock again. I was thinking he was gonna switch it up. Always go Rock. I also have things like, you know, Mill, Gradius, Mahavilo, Amuka Muka, all things I want to play with. Pac-Man, you know, I have another list over there. But when you guys comment, I add it to the list. Opponent opens up with Pot of Greed. We have double Scapegoat, Monster Gate, Abyss Soldier, Terraforming. Opponent, after opening up double Pot of Greed, just goes ahead and sets 2 back row and a monster. We draw Democ. Okay. We'll go ahead and I think just set both Scapegoats. In case one of these is Dust Tornado. I really want to make sure that the Scapegoats can go through. I suppose also if he has like a Tribe-Infecting Virus main phase 2, it could in theory come up. Opponent summons Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, making me think that the face down there is Don Zalug, we will just go ahead and protect our life points with Scapegoat, assuming he's going to attack over one of them, which is exactly what happens when we draw the Levia Dragon Daedalus. Okay. So here, I think we're going to go ahead, use Monster Gate, wait for a judgment or something. Looks like that's okay. We'll give a quick thumbs up. Waiting, 5 to 10 seconds, making sure it's okay. Okay. We get Mother Grizzly. Alright. Of course, after I mill, he finally gives a thumbs up. I think... Do we... This is tough. I think we might make the aggressive play. Terraforming for a Legendary Ocean. Activate a Legendary Ocean. This is where we're getting a little bit punished by setting that Scapegoat. But I still think it was the nice play, because we really needed one of those to go through. If there was a Dust Tornado back there, Warriors can play Dust Tornado. Wait a second, and then we will tribute the Mother Grizzly for Levia Dragon. Declare Prio. Alright, we'll take 26. Those all go. I used the effect with priority. I get the opportunity in GOAT format to use ignition effects unlike modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In older formats. Okay. So, he sends Reaper, Torrential, we'll send Scapegoat, so... Alright. And we'll just pass our turn there, because we used our normal summon. So, not looking great, considering that my opponent has 5 cards to our 2. But I think that we are still decent. I think we have a pretty solid top decking opportunities. Mother Grizzlies are good. He summons a Kaiku. We'll take 18. If he wants to banish some waters, that would be pretty good for him. But he does not. Let's see what we draw. We'd get Nobleman across out. Okay, well, now he's banishing waters. That's fine. It should have happened a long time ago. We'll just summon the Abyss Soldier. And do we want to trade? We'll trade with a Kaiku. And pass our turn. Things are not looking good for us, guys. Me and all of my brain power. It's not enough. It's because I don't have my Italian sparkling mineral water. That's the real problem here. Specifically Italian sparkling mineral water from Costco. If you guys don't have a Costco membership, get yourself a Costco membership. Greatest decision you'll ever make. I meal prep a lot. It is essential. Save a good amount of money. Of course, I know I'm saving money. Okay, discards creature swap for the Graceful Charity and a Book of Moon. I was like, is that for end phase? No, it was for the Graceful Charity. Like, I know I'm saving money, but all at the same time, it's hard to think about saving money when I'm spending like $50 on meat. But I know in the long run, if I was to get the same amount of meat from the grocery store, I, would get less. Or spend more, or if I spent the same amount of money, I would get less meat if it was from somewhere else. Opponent summons BLS by banishing Kaiku and Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, setting a back row. And he's going to swing for game. Yeah, I was going to say, he can't change it to defense. We'll take 3,000. Maybe he was trying to go to battle. And, okay. We'll admit defeat. So he's playing warriors. What do we want to bring in? Bring in Kaiku. Breakers, okay, but not, like, fantastic. Brain Control's probably a little bit better. Noblemans are pretty dead. I like Scapegoat. Bringing in Decrees, bring out... Do we actually want to bring in Decrees? What if we, like, just brought in Jinzo Brain? Yeah, let's try this. Because, like, I like Mirror Force. I think Mirror Force is a good card. He's playing 45 card warriors with Reaper. Very interesting. Okay, we open up a Legendary Ocean, Aqua Spirit, Ring of Destruction, Heavy Storm, Mother Grizzly, Abyss Soldier. We will summon the Mother Grizzly. We'll set the Ring of Destructions, why not, and pass our turn. The why not is because we have Heavy Storm. Could probably save that for later, but especially if we want Mother Grizzly to get attacked over, so I don't know, maybe that was a terrible, terrible play. But maybe just my full brain power isn't that good. Maybe that's what I'm learning right now. And we're probably going to lose, even though, I mean, everyone starts from a different point, but my opponent didn't understand priority or doesn't know, which is fine. Everyone starts from a different point of view, different perspective. He summons Kaiku. I am just going to Ring of Destruction. I'm going to take this opportunity to ring the Kaiku. I don't want that on the board. We both take 18. I'm going to be able to swing for a lot more. And we have Heavy Storm. Commit more back row to the field, please. He does not commit more back row to the field. Very unfortunate. Okay. $26 plus 18 is not enough for game. We're just going to go ahead and attack with the Mother Grizzly for 14. And I think we'll set the Heavy Storm. Try to do a pro set heavy. We have the Levia Dragon, Legendary Ocean, Aqua Spirit, so if the Mother Grizzly goes to the grave, we can special summon Aqua Spirit, play a Legendary Ocean, tribute over it for Levia, priority, use the effect, and do all that. But if not, we can Heavy Storm the back row, and then put a Legendary Ocean on the field and just keep it on the field. Opponent sets a monster and passes. We get another Legendary Ocean. Okay. Here, we can go for game. Right? Let's think. So we play a Legendary Ocean. We Heavy Storm. Play a Legendary Ocean. Tribute for Mother Grizzly for Levia Dragon. Yeah, okay. And then 26 plus 18, or 28 plus 18, so we can play... Okay, so Heavy Storm. Was trying to bait him into setting more back row. It is an MST, so I'm glad that we did Heavy Storm first. My thought process, like, no, they're all going to go to the grave no matter what, so then we'll play a Legendary Ocean, tribute the Mother Grizzly for Levia Dragon Daedalus, use the effect of Levia Dragon, sending a Legendary Ocean to the graveyard. My opponent will then have to send this to the graveyard. Roulette Barrel, okay. I don't know what my opponent's playing, but it's not that great. This gains 200 attack and defense. We'll then banish the Mother Grizzly for Aqua Spirit. This is 1800, 1400, and we can attack for game. So at least we got a win. We got a single. Wait, how was that not game? Why am I so bad at math? What was he at? Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Oh my goodness. What was he at? Why would... He was at... 18, lost 14. That's 32. That puts him at 40. Wait. Oh, I don't know my... Why is that... Yeah, I'm just bad at math. Oh my goodness. You guys. He heavy storms. Okay. $1,600, $1,200. But we have Abyss Soldier, so if we just draw water, we're fine. Oh my god. Guys, I was so confident. And even, like, I remember looking at the life points. I'm like, maybe not. But I'm like, 2,800. That's so many. But what am I thinking? It was 4,800 life points, and I'm looking at a 28. So 48 minus 28 is 2,000, and then 18. Guys, I need to get a job that's not in the sun. Think that's what I'm learning. Okay. We'll take 200 from Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke attacking over Aqua Spirit, and then he creature swaps. What is his deck? This is so weird. Can't creature swap. Okay. Can't do that in battle phase. And now we have to click end turn. We get Graceful Charity. Okay, so come on. All we need is a water. Metamorphosis. Delinquent Duo. Sinister Serpent. Thank the Lord. Alright. Get rid of Metamorphosis and Delinquent Duo. Summon Abyss Soldier. Declare. Discard. Put the Levia Dragon back in hand. And then we can swing for game. So we were not punished for our terrible, terrible math. We get rewarded with a Graceful Charity. Okay. Do we want to bring Noblemans back in? We haven't really seen flips, but he's set monsters. He's playing Kaiku. I don't know if I want to bring the Noblemans back in. Maybe Torrential Tribute over like the duo going second. Such a weird deck. I like don't even know what's going on. Alright. We're just gonna go back in, see how it goes. Maybe one breaker over Scapegoat. No, I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. But now that he called me lucky, I need to win. You guys, send me all of your luck right now. I need to feel it telepathically. I'm closing my eyes. I'm letting it all in. And look at that. I open my eyes and we are now playing Game 3. Opening hand, it does not look too good. Terraforming, oh, that is terrible. 3 field spells in our opening hand. Well, 2 field spells and then a card that gets us a field spell. Opponent opens Thunder Dragon. Searching himself, probably 2 more Thunder Dragons. That is exactly what he does. Setting a monster. And any back row? Nope, no back row. We draw Heavy Storm. I think the play here is just going to be set Torrential Tribute and pass. If I can get a 2-for-1, if he summons a warrior of some sort. Or a Kaiku. Hopefully that's not Spirit Reaper. The worst play would be if he just flips this and it's Spirit Reaper. He Heavy Storms. So we trade Heavy Storm for Torrential. The desk... What is this deck? Okay, so we take 2,000. Still glad we didn't attack with the Tribe Infecting Virus. He tributes Koala for a Thunder Dragon. Putting a light and a dark in grave. Banishing the light and the dark. BLS. Chaos Sork, okay. 1,600, 2,300. So putting us at 2,100, but we have Tribe as an out to both of these monsters. And we get Scapegoat, which is a solid draw. And we have some good discard fodder. I will Terraforming, just to thin the deck. Because there's no real reason not to. And then we'll summon the Tribe, declare, pop the Chaos Sorcerer, activate a Legendary Ocean, making this 1,800, 1,200, and we will attack over the Thunder Dragon. This way we get to keep our Tribe Infecting Virus on board. He takes 200. We'll set the Scapegoat to protect our life points. Snatch Steal would be pretty annoying. Only because he could Snatch Steal, take our Tribe, try to attack. We'd Scapegoat, of course. But then he can use the Tribe in main phase 2. But then we have Heavy Storm as a follow-up. And we'd get our Tribe right back. And there's the Snatch Steal. I'm just calling the plays left and right now. And Heavy Storm would actually kind of work. We get to use the Scapegoat, protect our life points. He summons a Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. Goes to battle, tries to attack. We will Scapegoat. Protecting our life points. And we might actually get an extra card out of his hand. Okay. So, he attacks over both. And he just passes. We get Levia Dragon Daedalus. Okay, standby main. We'll go ahead. And Heavy Storm. Oh, I also gain 1,000 in standby. Then we'll activate another Legendary Ocean. And we will tribute for the Levia Dragon. This puts it at 2,800. 1,700. He's already got a light and a dark. So I don't need to worry about putting another light in the graveyard. Just make him take 1,000. And pass the turn. So, when you're playing Warriors, having the biggest monster on the board is pretty good. Opponent has Pot Agreed. So, 5 cards to our, basically, 2.5. I mean, the Scapegoat tokens, if you count, like, all 4 cards, is 1 card. So, 2.5 cards. Though, we do have the Levia Dragon Legendary Ocean combo. Which, kinda is nice. If he commits a lot of monsters or, like, a lot of stuff to the board, then we will be able to use that in main phase 1. I suppose Ring of Destruction would probably be his best out to it, because he can use it in the draw or standby phase. Make us take 2,800, putting us at 3. Glad we remembered the effect of Snatch Steal. We get Call of the Haunted, which is a pretty solid draw. Standby, we don't have Sinister Serpent. No, we don't. Do we try? Nah, we're going to use the Levia Dragon effect. Putting it at 2,600, 1,500. Tsukiyomi, and what go to the grave? That also goes. Magic Cylinder. Woo. Okay, well, attack for 26. And I like the Call of the Haunted set. That was a solid draw. Because if he does manage to get this Levia Dragon off of the board, though all of our Legendary Oceans are gone, so no more using the effect of it, but that's fine. We still have the biggest monster on the board. And look at that. He summons Exiled. I'm assuming he's going to tribute it. Okay, he's not using the effect. Okay, creature swap. We'll take 1,600. But we have Call for Tribe Infecting Virus. Oh, I should have chained Call of the Haunt. But if I'd chained Call, we would have gotten Tribe, and then he could have blown it up anyways. Okay, so my stupid play is not that bad. We will Call of the Haunted, targeting Tribe Infecting Virus. Declare the effect. Popping the Levia Dragon Daedalus. And try to attack for 16. Mirror Force, okay. So, we're not in a good position here. By any means. And, yep, GG's. What was our next draw? Best Soldier would have been pretty nice. And that also would have been nice. But unfortunately, we don't get a match win there today. Especially, I really wanted one against that final guy, just because, I don't know, the way he said lucky rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. But I like this deck. I like the idea of using Mother Grizzlies and Monster Gate. Like, Monster Gate plus Scapegoat is, I think, a pretty interesting combo, especially, like, Brain Control as well. Like, I think, can build a pretty cool control deck using Monster Gate. And I think I'm definitely going to try it more in the future. And I think, playing with this, that Reasoning Monster Gate control deck that I was talking about, I mean, I think like a reasoning or two, but I don't think you need 3 reasonings. I think you can kind of get away with like triple Scapegoat, triple Monster Gate, couple Brain Controls, and do stuff like that. But if you guys like these decks, if you want me to play something else in the future, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. You guys know how it works. It's YouTube. It's been around since like, what, 2007? If you don't know how it works, figure it out. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.